right, we need some closure here, Abby. There was a chance that you and your parents were not going to be hanging out, at least on one very important part of the holiday.
Yeah, my parents and my brother were going to leave me alone on Christmas. So a little bit of backstory. My cousin's fiance, his dad is like a big deal in the Bucks world. So somehow they got like a presidential suite for the Bucks versus Jags game for Christmas Eve.
The Buccaneers.
Yeah,
Tampa
the Buccaneers.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And my brother is a huge Jags fan, and he's super close with that side of the family. So for him, it was a no-brainer. He's like, of course we're going to spend Christmas in Tampa, to be able to be at the presidential suite for this big game that he was so excited about. But I was like, hey, I've been talking about this surgery that I'm going to be getting for the last 6 months, and I'm going to be hideous and chipmunk cheeked getting my wisdom teeth out. And I was very upset about this, but I was kind of like, I scheduled the surgery, so I was going to let them go. And I was a little guilty about it because I was kind of like, it's not really how I feel, and I should be more communicative and tell them how I really feel. And so I was actually able to convince them to stay with me on Christmas Day. And the only reason I was able to convince them to stay with me on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day is because I was recovering from something, and it wasn't wisdom teeth surgery. It was something else. And Kristen's smiling like she knows something.
I don't know.
I said that I was getting wisdom teeth surgery because I needed context for that story when I was telling it. I knew you were going to pick up on it.
Sorry.
I know what it is too.
And I didn't want to say anything because that's rude, right?
So my thing was, I was going to.
Mo and I are just incredibly clueless now.
I knew you two were going to be clueless, but I was going to do this bit where I was going to see how long it took for people to notice. And I knew you would notice. And then I
noticed as soon as I walked in the door.
Did I.
Really?
Fantastic.
Okay,
for the record.
I agree.
BS.
I texted my husband like at the very beginning of the show, and I go, I think Abby did blank.
So did I.
Wait a minute.
I almost texted you, but then I was like, that's going to be gossip. And that's
Turn around.
And I was like, well, this is not a negative thing at all. It's a great thing. I'm not going to say anything until she says something.
Can we let Bert and Mo guess what she did?
No, thank you.
Turn around, Abby. Let me look at you.
No, you've seen me plenty this morning.
Yeah.
No, I don't look at you when you come in. I just kind of listen to you. Turn around. Side profile.
Don't say it.
You didn't get a boob job. I'm just saying.
She's also wearing an oversized fisherman's cable knit sweater.
Well, if she did, she didn't get her money's worth.
Damn.
Naturally great boobs.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I
you do.
definitely didn't get that. I didn't get wisdom teeth surgery. I got a nose job.
Did?
What?
Yes.
Really?
And I was never going to not talk about it. I just wanted to give myself the opportunity to talk about it when I was ready.
Of course.
And I didn't know if I was going to get like a botched nose job. Like if I really ruined my face and it was like hurting me, I didn't want to come on and be like, yeah, I got this nose job and now I have to talk about it and everyone's going to be running to my Instagram to be looking at what my nose looks like and I'm not going to want to post pictures. But it went great. And
so good that Mo and I didn't even notice.
It's a beautiful
subtle.
work. Yeah, it's really subtle.
Thanks.
It's enough where it really does change your face, but not so much where everyone's like doing a double take.
Yeah.
Because
I was like, does wisdom teeth change your face that much? Because I looked and I'm like, I knew something was different.
I did too. I was staring. I'm like, did you get like a facial or something? You're glowing. I've been literally low key staring at you.
I mean, I don't want to say that I can't see anything because I don't want you to think that you wasted money.
But you're also looking at me head on, and
Yeah.
it didn't change that much.
Okay.
Looking directly at me. I mean, I'm a little swollen, so I kind of look a little alien right here. But like from the side, it's
The profile, yeah.
Okay, wait.
tell at all.
Okay, so now that we're processing it, so many questions.
Yeah.
I thought that when you got a nose job, like you were bruised up for like weeks and weeks and weeks.
You're bruised for. I didn't bruise that much. I'm very swollen. Like the bottom half of my face is still kind of like puffy, and I'm a little bit rounder than normal. So people just think I had too many Christmas cookies. My nose is very, very swollen, which everyone's like, "Well, it looks great." It's very, very swollen.
Is it?
That again, everyone says that.
Huh?
I have the photo of what it looked like right after surgery. It's very, very swollen. Yeah. So surprise! I have a new face.
I'm flabbergasted. I had no clue. Not a clue.
I did the math because we had an extensive vacation over the holiday because of the way the new year fell. And I may have Googled after the first break, how long does bruising last from
No
a rhinoplasty?
Hey.
So you spotted it as soon as she came in?
Yeah.
Really?
I pulled up old photos just to make sure.
Come on!
Literally, because it's so. But that's why it's like so subtle.
It's so subtle.
I'm like, maybe I just don't remember Abby. Maybe I don't know her that well. But I'm like, she just looks youthful and glowing, and like
my
something
God.
has subtly shifted. And to be clear, you were beautiful before. I'm saying all this. I don't want you to think that
No.
I'm dissing on you before, but like it's fantastic.
So why?
I just didn't like my nose, and it's not that I had any sort of self-hatred. I was just kind of like, we have so much time. It's such a blessing that we had nearly 3 weeks, and it was something I always thought about doing. I had the financial means to be able to do it. I found a surgeon that I really liked, that I trusted to do it. So I literally just one day was like, you know what the heck?
When you went in, did you have like a specific nose? Like, some people will take a celebrity's picture and say, I want this nose.
No, because I know that all noses can be very, very different. Like, you can come in saying, I want to look like Blake Lively, but like at the end of the day, your anatomy is your anatomy. And so I can tell like the whole surgery day story at some point, but I literally, like, as I'm getting wheeled into the surgery at some moment, I asked my surgeon, I was like, by the way, what is my nose going to look like? Because I didn't know.
I feel bad for not recognizing it.
I'm sort of shocked. Well, when you come back from a vacation like that, everybody is rested because we've had so much time to sleep. And this job is not hard, but it is draining. So I certainly noticed that you look great when you came in, and I just thought it was because we all got some rest.
Yeah.
And I was actually going to submit a personal story like, I have a friend who I'm pretty sure had some plastic surgery, and she looks fantastic, but I don't know if you're supposed to say anything or not, or wait for them to say something.
How rude is it if you get your face changed and nobody says anything, but then if they do, you're like, oh, nice nose job. Yeah, you're like, oh, so you really noticed.
You don't want to come off as nosy.
Oh, no. You're better than that.
I'm back, baby.
You know better. Abby, it looks fantastic.
Thank you.
You're
And
welcome.
thanks for noticing. I knew you were going to be the first to notice.
Could you tell I was staring at you?
No, I mean, when I first started talking, I was like, Kristen put it on the schedule because she knows and she wants me to
No,
talk
she
about
didn't
it.
have it on the. I put it on the
didn't.
schedule.
You didn't know?
No.
I thought for sure you put it on the schedule because you noticed.
No, I was going to submit the personal story that I have a friend who got plastic surgery, and I don't know if I should bring it up or not.
He's going to look at her the whole time and tell it.
Yes. It wasn't scheduled for today, but I'm like, you know what? We should get all the Christmas and vacation stuff out today. So I moved it onto the schedule today. That was the only reason.
Now you know.
Now we know.
The Bert Show.